Congratulations on your first official UFC win. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. I feel so blessed. I was given like a second chance, obviously. I was put in a perfect situation to succeed on the Ultimate Fighter. I thought, I liked all my matchups and, I felt really good. I felt like I was at, the best and, it didn't work out and I got a second chance and, it's just I'm continuing to get better. Every time I step in the cage, I get better. My footwork gets better. My mind gets better. I'm pushing through barriers, mental blocks that I've had, So it feels good. Like the personal shit, that means a lot more than, the wins and the losses.
What do you mean by that?
Just like I've been through so much in my life. 2018, I struggled with substance abuse. I had overdosed in 2018. I went to treatment. I was a heroin addict. I was supposed to, I should be dead, So for me to get a second chance, and thank God, I never had to go back to that. And fighting was kind of like, my way out and helped me. And, I had a daughter and that helped as well. But, just getting through that shit and it makes you mentally stronger. And I think that has helped me a lot with all the bottoms. Losing a fight is such a small roadblock compared to like some of the rock bottoms that I've been through in life that, it just prepared me for these moments.
Does having this platform maybe give you a voice to people who are in similar situations? I know that there's
absolutely
plenty of fighters that.
Yeah, I mean, I've had. I feel so lucky, honestly. Like, I feel so lucky to have been able to get out of that life and to move on and for that to never look appealing to me ever again, And I have like family and friends and real close friends that weren't as lucky, you know what I mean? Some died or some are still in it. And absolutely, anybody that's struggling, for sure, reach out. If I can't help you, I can put you in the right direction, And
not to change the subject because that's a good topic to be discussing. But did it feel different in there in terms of, obviously you're familiar with the arena, but
yeah.
Did it feel different? I mean,
yeah, it did. It's funny, like there was definitely some nerves, some debut nerves for sure. A lot of pressure this week. Just a lot of little things going on. Obviously with a 10-day notice, it gets stressful for sure. But what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Did it feel different? I mean,
yeah. It just felt like. Like I'm on the card with Edson Barbosa. You know what I mean? I'm on the main card with Edson Barbosa on ESPN. It's not like the Ultimate Fighter was cool, but like I just think that like that for me personally that was a different level. You know what I mean?
You spoke about just the nerves and that sort of thing. The fact that it was a 10-day notice, was that a little bit better because you didn't have as long to think about that?
There's benefits and. There's benefits to both. There's benefits to having a full camp. You get to prepare for someone. You get to really sit down and spend the time working on things. But I prefer the short notice, like sometimes, because it's just like, all right, let's just go out and fight. You know what I mean? Let's just see. Because I've been training my whole life. You know what I mean? I've been wrestling. I've been training like my whole life, like literally since I was 3-4 years old, like my whole life. So to be able to just go out and perform like that, that's like the best job in the world. That's the best job in the world right there.
And, even though this was different than tough, you were fighting another tough guy.
Yeah.
Was there a little bit of like disappointment? Like, I want to kind of get out of the tough.
I know that the opponents are going to come. The tough opponents are going to come. The killers are coming for sure. And I'll have a full camp or I'll have more preparation, more time to prepare for them. You know what I mean? But I will be ready. That's a fact.
And how long do you want to get back in there?
I'm ready. You know what I mean? Whether it's a month, 2 months, I'm ready. Yeah. Okay. I don't need a lot of time to make 85. If it's a fight at 70, I need a little bit more time, but I don't need time to make weight at 85. I'm ready. We get right back in the gym. Monday I'm in the gym.
Which would you prefer? Which weight class?
My coach likes 170, but obviously I prefer 85.
So you can eat?
Yeah. Fat boy gonna eat. What's up?
Thank you.
Speaking of going in there, you fighting in there with no crowd, there was a little bit of a crowd.
Yeah.
Did you feel a little bit of a pop or a little bit of energy from the crowd that was out there?
Yeah. I heard some cheers at some point that definitely motivated me. Yeah.
And speaking of your opponent, it was 10 days, short notice. Is there even any bit of a game plan for that, or is it just working on yourself?
So my situation was a little different because I prepared and I trained with him on the show every day. When he lost on the show, he was like my go-to guy, my body, per se. I hate to put it that way, but he was my body. Every day, you know, he was like the guy that I drilled everything on. So, like, he knows me like the back of his hand. You know, the last fight with Battle, like, we just did game plan with him the whole time. And it was the same. You know, it's the same plan: circle right, stay outside the power hand. So, you know, I don't know what was your question again?
No, I mean you asked it. I mean,
Yeah.
mainly, was there even a game plan when you have something that close? But it seems
Yeah.
like you guys knew each other.
Yeah, I mean,
really
we
well.
game planned, you know, the basics of, you know, positioning and staying outside. And yeah, we did as much as we could in 10 days. My coach just did a phenomenal job of preparing me to fight an orthodox fighter with the weapons that he had.
And
So shout out to John Marquez, even though he's
and did the familiarity actually help? Maybe you think with the nerves that maybe would have came a little bit more if it was a completely unknown person that you had to take a short notice.
did the what?
The familiarity of the fact that you had seen him in there,
Yeah.
you'd watched him, you trained with him. Did it help any?
Yes and no. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I knew kind of what I was getting for sure. But then at the same time, like, I knew he knew what he was getting too. To an extent, for sure. You know, obviously there's things you can't prepare for. Can't prepare for my wrestling. Like, you really can't. You know, you can't prepare for my power. So, yeah.
And I'm sure you would have been happy just getting a victory in there. But is it a little bit sweeter that you actually got the finish?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. You know, all my wins are still by finish. You know, that means a lot to me. But to be able to push through in that third round, that's like the personal shit that really matters to me, you know, because I like I talked about before, I had that little bit of a block, you know, in the middle of the second round where, you know, I was starting to fade off. And to be able to push through that was huge for me. Was that for my personal self, that was big.
And you mentioned a little bit about personal stuff and the relationships with the daughter and everything. Is everything good? Is this, by getting this win and starting your career with the UFC, is this enabling, I guess, much better things? Just
Absolutely,
going forward?
Like, I mean, I want to get my daughter into a better daycare. Her birthday was on Friday, so that was
Happy birthday to her.
shit, man. It was tough missing it, but I got to talk to her on the phone, and yeah, I got her. I hope she's not watching, but I got her a roller coaster when she gets home. This mini roller coaster. I can't wait to give it to her. But yeah, she's a special little girl for sure.
That's awesome.